Finish a book before bed, dear ones. Let's settle in together. Nice and easy. Take a deep, gentle breath in through your nose. Feel the cool night air brush your cheeks. Fill your lungs with softness. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Let every last bit of tiredness from the day melt away. Just like that. Let your shoulders drop, your eyes soften, and your body sink into your bed. Let your mind grow quiet. No rush, no noise. Tonight, we'll drift into the story of an old man named Santiago, a fisherman who lives by the sea, with a heart as gentle as the waves. Before we begin, let's just sit with this soft thought for a moment. Have you ever felt that quiet strength of just keeping going? Even when things are hard, even when no one is watching, even when you feel a little alone? That's the quiet magic of Santiago's story. It's not about grand victories or loud triumphs. It's about the soft, steady courage that lives in all of us. The courage to keep trying, to keep loving, to keep going, no matter what. Close your eyes if you want to, and let the sound of my voice wrap around you like a warm, fuzzy blanket. Listen to the quiet around you, the whisper of the wind outside, the soft hum of the room, your own slow, easy breath. And let's walk gently alongside Santiago, by the quiet sea, one soft step at a time. No hurry at all. Santiago was an old man, thin, weathered, with soft lines in his face that told the story of a life spent with the sun on his skin and the sea in his bones. He lived alone in a small, simple hut by the coast of Cuba. Just a soft bed, a little table, a wooden chair, and a picture of the Virgin Mary hanging gently on the wall. For 84 days, he had gone out to sea and caught nothing. Not a single fish. The other fishermen in the village talked about him sometimes, some with quiet pity, some with soft mockery. They called him Salao, the worst kind of unlucky. But Santiago never let it break him. He was quiet, gentle, full of quiet dignity, like the sea on a calm day. Every morning, he woke up before dawn, when the sky was still dark and soft, and walked down to the beach. There, he'd meet his only friend, a young boy named Manolin. Manolin had fished with Santiago since he was just a tiny child, and he loved the old man with all his heart. Even though Manolin's parents had made him fish with a luckier boat, he still came to Santiago's hut every morning. He'd help the old man carry his gear to the water, and bring him a warm cup of coffee, steaming hot, just the way Santiago liked it. "The sea will give you a fish soon, Santiago," Manolin would say, his young voice full of warm hope. Santiago would smile softly, pat the boy's shoulder gently, and say, "I know, my friend. We just have to be patient." He never complained about his bad luck. He never grew bitter or angry. He just woke up each day, put on his tattered but soft clothes, and walked out to sea, calm, steady, full of quiet faith in the sea and in himself. The sea was his home, his friend, his teacher, and he trusted it, even when it seemed to have forgotten him. On the 85th day, Santiago woke up even earlier than usual. The sky was still dark, streaked with soft shades of blue and gray, like watercolor paint. Manolin was already waiting for him, holding a warm cup of coffee in his hands, steam curling up into the cool morning air. "Today is the day," the boy said, his eyes shining like little stars. Santiago nodded, sipping the coffee slowly, savoring its warmth as it spread through his body. He carried his skiff down to the water, his small old boat, worn but sturdy, like a friend who'd been with him for years, and pushed it out into the calm sea. The water was smooth as glass, reflecting the first faint hints of dawn, soft pinks and oranges, just starting to glow. He rowed slowly, steadily, his arms moving with gentle ease, moving farther and farther from the shore. He passed the other fishermen, who stayed close to land and kept going. He wanted to go out far, farther than he had gone in a long time, far enough to find the big fish, the one he knew was waiting for him, somewhere in the deep, quiet water. As he rowed, he thought about the sea, the way it breathed, slow and easy, the way it changed colors with the sky, the way it gave and took away, softly, gently. He thought about his life, about the years he had spent fishing, about Manolin's warm smile, about the baseball player he admired, Joe DiMaggio, a man who played with courage even when his body hurt. DiMaggio would keep going. Santiago whispered to himself, soft and quiet. So I will too. The sun rose slowly, painting the sky with soft oranges and pinks, like a warm hug. The sea sparkled, little drops of water shining like tiny diamonds. Seagulls flew overhead, their cries soft and distant, blending with the sound of the waves. Santiago dropped his lines into the water, letting them sink down to the deep, quiet places below. Then he sat back, relaxed, his hands resting gently on the side of the skiff, and waited. Not with anxiety, not with hurry, just with quiet patience, like the sea waiting for the tide. He watched the water, listened to the soft lap of the waves against the boat, and felt the warmth of the sun on his face. Hours passed, and nothing happened. But Santiago didn't mind. He was used to waiting. He knew that good things come to those who are willing to sit quietly and let them come, soft and slow. Just as the sun was climbing high in the sky, warm and gentle, Santiago felt a soft tug on his line. He smiled, slow, gentle, a smile that came from deep within his heart. He knew this was no small fish. He let the line slip through, his fingers slowly, not pulling, not rushing, just letting the fish take the bait, soft and easy. The fish pulled harder, dragging the skiff out to sea, farther and farther from land. Santiago held on, his hands calloused from years of fishing, but still gentle, his arms strong despite his age. He didn't fight the fish. He worked with it, moving with the waves, letting the fish tire itself out. No hurry, no force. Easy, easy, he whispered to the fish, as if it could hear him, his voice soft as the wind. We have all the time in the world. For hours, the fish pulled him across the sea. The sun rose higher, then began to sink, painting the sky with soft shades of purple and orange. Santiago ate a small piece of the yellow tuna he had caught earlier, savoring each bite, letting the flavor linger on his tongue. He drank a little water from his canteen, slow and careful. He talked to the fish sometimes, quiet words of encouragement, of respect. You're a strong one, he said, soft and warm. A beautiful one. I respect you. He also talked to himself, to the sea, to the stars that began to twinkle in the sky, bright and soft like little lights. He never felt lonely. Even out here, far from land, with only the fish and the sea and the stars, he felt a deep sense of connection to everything, to everyone, soft and warm. As the night fell, the fish began to tire. It pulled less hard, slower, softer. Santiago could feel it growing weaker, but he didn't rush. He kept holding on, steady, calm, gentle. He knew that this fish was not just a fish. It was a friend, a rival, a teacher. It was a part of him, and he was a part of it. He felt a deep love for the fish, a soft, quiet love, the kind that comes from shared struggle, from mutual respect, from being together in the quiet of the sea. When the sun rose again, soft and warm over the sea, The fish finally gave in. It rolled onto its side, exhausted, its silver body shining in the morning light, bright but gentle, like the sun on the water. Santiago could see it now. Huge, bigger than his skiff. Its tail as long as a man's arm, its scales glistening softly. It was a marlin, the biggest fish Santiago had ever seen. He felt a surge of joy. Not pride, not triumph, but a soft, quiet joy at having found this beautiful creature, sharing this moment with it. He pulled the fish close to the skiff, careful not to hurt it, gentle as he would with a friend. He took his harpoon, raised it slowly, and struck the fish gently, ending its suffering quickly, with respect. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice soft and warm. "Thank you for this gift." He tied the marlin to the side of his skiff, its body stretching almost the entire length of the boat, like a silent companion. He felt proud, not of catching the fish, but of the way he had done it, with respect, with patience, with kindness. Now, he turned his skiff toward shore, ready to go home, ready to share his gift with Manolin, ready to feel the warm sand under his feet again. But the sea had other plans, soft and quiet. As he rowed, a shark appeared, big, fierce, but even its presence felt like a part of the sea's gentle rhythm, drawn by the smell of the marlin's blood. Santiago knew what was coming. He took his knife, tied it to the end of his oar, and waited, calm, steady, no fear. The shark attacked, tearing a piece of flesh from the marlin. But Santiago didn't fight with anger. He fought with quiet courage, with determination to protect the marlin, to honor its life, his movements slow and gentle, but strong. More sharks came, one after another, drawn by the blood, each one a part of the sea's flow. They tore at the marlin, piece by piece, until only the skeleton remained, tall, proud, a reminder of what had been. Santiago fought them all, until his hands were bleeding, his arms aching, his knife broken. But he never gave up. He kept swinging, kept fighting, kept going, even when it seemed hopeless. He knew that the marlin was already lost, but he fought anyway. For the marlin, for himself, for the quiet strength that lived within him, soft and unyielding. By the time Santiago reached shore, it was night again. The stars were bright and soft, twinkling over the calm sea, which gently lapped at the shore. His skiff was empty, except for the marlin's skeleton, tall, proud, a silent reminder of what he had accomplished, of the love and respect he had shared with the fish. He tied his skiff to the dock, slow and careful, carried his broken gear in his tired arms, and walked slowly back to his hut. He was tired, bone tired, his body aching, his hands bleeding, his legs heavy. But his heart was light, full of quiet peace, like the sea on a still night. He didn't feel like a loser. He felt like a winner, not because he had brought home a fish, but because he had kept going, because he had fought with kindness and courage, because he had honored the marlin and himself with every fiber of his being. He walked into his hut, lay down on his soft bed, and closed his eyes, slow, gentle, letting sleep wrap around him. Manolin found him the next morning, asleep, his face calm and peaceful, his hands still clutching the broken oar, a soft smile on his lips. The boy looked out at the skiff, at the marlin's skeleton, and tears filled his eyes, warm tears of love and pride, not sadness. He knew what had happened. He knew that Santiago had not lost. He had won a victory far greater than any fish, a victory of the heart. Manolin cleaned Santiago's wounds gently, with soft cloths and warm water, brought him food and a cup of hot coffee, and sat by his side, watching over him, his young eyes full of love. Santiago woke up slowly, his eyes soft and sleepy. He saw Manolin, smiled gently, and said, his voice quiet and warm, "The marlin was beautiful, wasn't it?" Manolin nodded, tears streaming down his face, his voice shaking with love. "Yes, Santiago, the most beautiful fish I've ever seen." And that's the story of Santiago, the old man and the sea. It's a story not about winning or losing, about success or failure. It's a story about quiet courage, about patience, about respect for life, about the soft strength that lives within us, even when things are hard. Santiago didn't catch a fish to bring home. He caught something far more precious. He found peace within himself, a calm that never fades, no matter what life brings. He learned that the true victory is not in what we gain, but in how we live, how we fight, how we love, softly, gently, with respect for every living thing. He learned that even when we lose everything, we still have something to be proud of. Our character, our kindness, our quiet strength, the love in our hearts. Tonight, as you lie in bed, let that sink into your heart, softly, gently, like the waves on the shore, lapping at your soul. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to win at everything. You just have to keep going. Even when things are hard. Even when you feel alone. Even when it seems hopeless. You just have to be kind. To yourself. To others. To the world around you. Soft and gentle, like Santiago. Let go of the day's worries, the things you didn't do, the things you wish you'd done better. None of it matters right now. What matters is the quiet strength within you, the courage to keep going, the love in your heart, warm and steady. Breathe slowly. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Inhale love. Exhale fear. Feel the warmth of the night around you, the safety of your bed, the quiet of the world, soft and gentle. Remember, you are stronger than you think. You are loved more than you know. You have everything you need within you. Quiet courage, gentle strength, endless love, warm and true. Santiago's story is your story too. It's the story of every one of us who keeps going, who keeps loving, who keeps trying, even when the odds are against us, even when things are hard. May your dreams be soft. May your rest be deep. May your heart be filled with quiet peace tonight. Sleep well, dear one. Let the sea's gentle waves lull you to sleep, soft and slow. Let the stars watch over you, bright and warm. And know, with every fiber of your being, that you are brave, you are kind, you are enough, just as you are. Good night, sweet one. I'll be right here with you in the quiet of the night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams.